Hi, we're B-Force. I'm Beckel.
I'm Bandrew.
I'm Bane.
I'm B-Ran.
Today, we will talking about the multiplier effect. So what is the multiplier effect?
When there is any form of injection into an economy income, the multiplier process causes the increase in aggregate expenditure to have a much greater increase in national income. This occurs when the initial injections into the circular flow of income stimulates further rounds of spending.
That sounds interesting. So who is involved? Let's ask Bandrew.
First, there are two parties, firms and households. Households work for the firms providing services like labor. In return, firms pay wages to them. The goods that firms produce are bought by households, and this whole process is a circular flow. But the economy is not that simple. We need the government to control the economy. Households and firms have to pay taxes, and in return the government provides investments, subsidies and welfare payments. This is to manage the income flow and possibly stimulate growth, achieving the macroeconomic goals. In our globalized world, we must not forget the foreign sector. They exchange goods and services with the local economy, known as imports or exports. These are the four sectors of an open economy. Back to Bachel in the studio.
Wow, don't we all feel enlightened? But what does this have to do with the multiplier? Okay, let's first refer to the graphs to understand this. First, the AE model, also known as the aggregate expenditure graph, comprises of government spending, investments, consumption and net exports. Let's assume that there is an increase in consumption in the economy. This will cause AE to increase, shifting the curve upwards. And this is where the multiplier process comes in. National income increases by a larger extent than the initial increase in consumption. This is similar to the ADAS model, where AD curve shifts to the right. But how much would this increase be? And what determines the size of the multiplier? Bane?
Hey, let me explain what determines the size of the multiplier. Remember this formula? It is the formula for the sum to infinity, where R is the MPC and A is the initial amount. On a similar concept, the size of the multiplier is determined by the amount that is withdrawn and the amount that is consumed and injected back into the economy. However, the level of how much one wants to save or spend would differ between different individuals. To determine how one uses the income he receives, we classify it as the marginal propensity to consume and the marginal propensity to withdraw, which includes savings.